What's up, guys? It's John here, National Sports Entertainment, and I thought you guys would find this interesting. I'm going to show you live time. So this is a random Japanese tennis game, and I'm just going to do a very, very small amount, $1.25 to win 50 cents. And this is basically to show you guys that around the clock, using this system, you can make money. My logic here is these are two evenly matched tennis players, and I'm picking the server essentially in each game. So I won a quarter in the one before this. I figured I would just record it so you guys could see. So here, this is to win 50 cents. We bet $1.25, and of course, every game is not going to go our way, but you're not. I've watched a lot of tennis. You're not going to see a game, going back and forth with players holding serve, and then out of nowhere, everybody starts breaking serve. And in that case, if there's a player that is a little better, in this case, Ramanathan is a little better of a player, then again, he's not going to just get blanked in the second set. So you can see the odds here have changed. We got in at like minus 500 or something. I forget what it was exactly. Actually, it was closer to even. I think it was like minus 200. The reason it's minus 2,500, we can't watch it live, is probably because he's up like 40 to 15, something like that, 30 to 15, probably 40, 15. So if this were not to win, this game 7, if Ramanathan was not to win, then of course we would double up on the next game. But he's probably going to win here. So now it's probably 40-15. Or 40 love, because you can see the odds just keep getting greater. And now when it goes to that plus, it basically means the lines are off. So I'd presume to say he's either won game 7 and they're just closing him out, or he's up like 40-15. So we'll watch this finish out, and I know it, like, who cares? It's 50 cents. But okay, so now that it lowered, that tells me it went from like 40 love to 40-15, or 40-15 to 40-30. But anyway, now he's probably on a second serve. But I'm just showing you how you can basically pick anything. You can do this with innings in baseball. Just each inning, you can bet there won't be a run, right? How many games have you seen where there's okay, we just won that game. How many games have you seen where there's a run in every single inning? And while I do like Ramanathan with Tanuma serving, we are going to just stick with the server here. Do the exact same thing. We're going to bet the $1.25. And again, it's only 31 cents in this case. We got better odds on the last one because I think he was already up in the game. But just between these two bets, we're at about $1. So like, it's one of those, I'm not going to title it this way because it would appear like clickbait, but it literally is. Like, watch me make $1 in a minute or whatever. That's basically what this is. Now, if you sat here around the clock and didn't look into these players or see how the match was developing and just started doing this, there are games where you'll see 6-0, 6-0, something to that effect. So again, there's no exact rhyme or reason, but I was just trying to show you my mindset. I figured we'd do about 2 or 3 little bets here. So right here, it's minus 400, which means he probably hasn't served yet. It's probably love all. Obviously, the greater disparity, and so if this goes to minus 600, 800, that's good. If it gets closer to even, then that means the guy that we picked is the odds are less in favor of them. The reason I bring that up is I know a lot of people have brought up hedging and live betting. Okay, so since it changed, it probably means Ramanathan's like up 15. So like love serving 15, something like that. But a lot of people brought up live betting, and that's another thing you can do. For example, coming in, you could put like $1 on Tanuma, and then if the odds start to favor Ramanathan, you could put $1 on him. And either way, if you bet the lines correctly, you'll profit. So it'll be like $1 to win $1.80 on one, and then $1 to win like $1.50 on another. So, and then of course your dollar back. So there's live bet. There's all sorts of ways you can do the system. I don't do it with tennis all the time because I try and focus on my expertise, which is NFL. But yeah, so now we're at minus 370, about where we started, which probably means it's 15 all. So, and then when it moves like in a slight adjustment like that, but not a big one, it means it's a second serve. If you care. I mean, a lot of people probably don't care about Japanese tennis, but it's just that's how. And of course, people betting is going to move the lines as well. But if it jumps like a good bit, it's because somebody got a point. If it only moves like 20 points, 30 points, it's a second serve. And now we're huge favorites to win that bet, which again, it's only 30 cents. The one before that was like 60, but you can, again, if you're safe about it, you can do this around the clock. And just by looking at the trends, the people that I have noticed have been holding serve. There's a good chance, I guess, maybe the next two games might go to the same guy, meaning somebody might break serve. Because, again, you don't hold serve all game either. But, yeah, I just wanted to show you. So, as game 8 finishes up, we're going to do one more wager. And I'm going to go with Ramanathan. And you can see the odds aren't as good. But I don't care. Like I said, we double up if we don't get it. But he'll be serving to make it a 5-4, which is important because if you know tennis, you have to win 6-4. You can't just win 6-5. So a lot of times in these, when they've been holding serve, you'll see the slightly better player, which in this case is Ramanathan. After this game 8 that he's probably going to lose, it will be 4-4. They'll go up 5-4. Yeah, 4-4. They'll go up 5-4 and then they'll close it out. But, so I like Ramanathan here. This is our third one. And again, we're just going to do $1.25. And the odds have changed. He's actually, I don't know if maybe he started serving already or something, because it moved a little bit. But anyway, again, it's only 22 cents, but again, it adds up. And that's essentially why I only do $20, $25 bets for the football system, which honestly, even that's a little bit high. So here we want, again, Ramanathan to just win this and go up 5-4. And then you can just check. It'll show you. So, trying to see where it's at. Here it is. So we had game 7. They haven't paid out yet, but so win. That was for 24 cents. We won 62 cents. This one we already won. It's just still pending. So, it's $1.25, and this will bring us to about $1.50. So, again, that's what I find, really cool about this system is you can literally just pick a live sport and bet on props. In this case, we're just betting on this tennis game. So this is the third one, and I just figured I would just do 3 because I don't think you guys want to see me doing this for hours. And like I said, for this game, it looks like it's going to be pretty routine, but it doesn't mean every tennis game is going to be this way. I just wanted to show you a quick live way you can make quick bucks doing this. So it looks like we're still a favorite to win this game 9. And like I said, if I was going to break the pattern where I was betting the server, I would do it after this game on game 10, and I'd bet Ramanathan to close it out. But we'll be happy with the 3 we did. I mean, I could do it, but then honestly, the server does have an advantage. Now, speaking of tennis, I want to show you guys the biggest trap in the world, and I apologize for not bringing this to your attention sooner. I didn't even know about this match until yesterday. But there was a Vegas line, and it was Federer and Nadal versus Jack Sock, and I don't even know who the other guy was. It was TFO, I think. Yeah. Vegas had this at dead even odds. I looked back and checked the odds. It was right down the middle. Now, yes, Federer and Nadal are older, but this was the trap. I said trap of the century a couple times. You can't tell me this was not the trap of the century. Even if they're not doubles players, for the 2 greatest tennis players in the history of the game, to lose, and of course it was in fabulous three-set fashion where two went to not overtime. They went to I don't know what's it called. It's called I can't think of the term, and I watch tennis all the time. But anyway, it went to tiebreaker. That's what it is. They went to a tiebreak, and you can see the first one was a routine tiebreak, 7-2. But the second tiebreak went all the way to 11-9, and TFO and Sock beat the two greatest players to ever play the game. There's just no way that wasn't a complete Vegas trap, because I know any casual bettor looking at this game is thinking, I don't care how old they are, I'm taking Federer and Nadal. So, okay, we did win Game 5. And I really want to take Ramanathan here in Game 10, just because I think he might break the cycle and win just go ahead and win the set. But like I said, if I do, then I'll be up all night literally just doing this, which again I can, but I just wanted to show you guys a brief example of how the system works. And then basically, if you see a close tennis match, you can do it. In a baseball game, like I said, you can do it with each inning, and especially if you know the history of the odds of somebody losing 6-0 or the odds of a guy losing X amount of service points. So I know you guys don't probably care too much about tennis, but I wanted just to show you just live making 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. And if sometimes I'll do Taiwanese baseball and Japanese baseball, I'll do the innings, but we can maybe do that another time. But unfortunately, this one doesn't have any props going on right now, and nor do the others. But yeah, it works with almost anything. So for the people that are really knee deep and they know what I'm thinking of, the hedging and the live bets, I think you'll really like this. And for the people that just wanted to see kind of a concrete example of the system and how you don't need to bet a lot of money to just make a little bit of change here and there, and how you really could theoretically do it around the clock. It's no different than buying a stock. And now when you buy a stock, there's a fee. But you can buy a stock, and you could day trade it. So like this second, or crypto, the second you make $5 or it goes up even sort of, you sell, you wait for the next dip, and you just repeat that. There's people who do that, and it's not that it's too good to be true. It's just a lot of people don't have the patience to sit up around the clock to make quarter here, a quarter there, a dime here. Honestly, I don't have the patience. The only reason I've been so meticulous with this system and I haven't gone all in on one specific game yet is because I have this channel, and it's actually keeping me disciplined. So I want to thank you guys, because without the channel, I wouldn't be as disciplined. But of course, I'm going to treat this system as perfect as I can, since we're all in this together. But yeah, I just wanted to throw this out there. I thought you guys would find it interesting. The tennis wagers, just how you can log on right now and do the same thing, and you could bet the second set. I'd recommend picking the server and leaning towards Ramanathan, and you could just bet a dime here, a quarter there. You can bet it as much as you want, double up until you get your profit. So take care, guys. Happy earnings. I know it wasn't a bunch of money, but like I said, it always adds up, and we can literally do this around the clock. And if you want me to go live one time so we can actually go into stuff, let me know. I didn't know how many people would watch, so I didn't want to go live if nobody's going to want to watch or anything of that regard. But that way we can do more things in real time for the closer games, that when one game's ending and another one's just about to start. So thank you again, everyone, for all the support, and take care.